Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Two Idiots, One Console. The premise is we are two idiots.
On one console.
Today, as per yesterday, we are going to be playing Timberborn. The main premise for this episode is we're going to be trying to dam up this area so that we can both prevent bad water from entering and then flood the area as much as we can to maximize the amount of green space. Because the ultimate goal for the series, if you weren't here previously, is
take these guys and get them spread everywhere on this entire fairly large map.
Which this is probably going to involve more than one colony, but we'll get there when we get there.
Get there when we get there!
So, I want to start out, hit play so that they're moving. So I want to start out by checking out the progress on these dams, which they're making good progress.
Decent progress. Got a ways to go, but decent progress.
Yeah, they're getting somewhere. Which the reason why we're doing it that way, if anybody's curious, is because eventually once they start damming up that side, it's going to flood that lip there, and if they go through the bad water, they get sick, and...
We don't want them sick because we don't have medical beds yet, and...
It's not even the medical beds, they need the cure for it still, I think. So
that too.
You end up with some really messed up beavers if you do it that way. Didn't we have another day? Oh, we didn't let them go that way.
Yeah, we didn't. We haven't let them go that way yet, because we wanted to make sure that they didn't until we were ready for them to.
Yeah, that works. Alright.
And I figure we finish this dam, and then we'll go this way to this one.
Which I think what I want to do is I want to dam up this area, the whole thing, so that this floods up to the same level that our community is on right now. Because if we do that especially, we can have the aquatic farmhouse and have all kinds of... Spatterdock is the main production from those, and oh my god, do you ever have so much of it after a while?
Oh god. Alright, so let's see. That's 1 high there, 2 high, 3, 4... So this will be about the same at 4... 3. Oh, no, okay, it looks like it might just be... No, it looks like it
That's
might
the only
down.
place that we're going to have to dam up anyway, so...
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how high of a dam we might need to put
It'll
in.
be at that same level that this road is at, because that road is level with our community,
it
so
is.
We made it easier for ourselves somehow.
Awesome. Okay, well, I mean, if we're gonna do that, we could... Nah, we shouldn't make those... We should leave those platforms until...
Yeah, we don't want to
the
flood
bad
everything
water's
with bad
gone.
water.
Yeah, we'll leave those platforms until the bad water is
I'd rather-
dammed here.
Yeah, I'd
And
rather
then
lose
we'll
the
do
resources on it than...
Yeah. Which, we shouldn't lose the resources on it. We should be able to get the resources back.
Well, yeah,
If we
but
do
it's
it
going to be
right.
difficult to get them down there, and I don't particularly care.
Fair enough.
I'd rather lose the resources on it than have sick beavers, because they're ridiculously difficult to cure.
Yeah, no kidding. Alright. We have a building that lacks workers. What building is it? A water pump.
Oh, and to be fair, that one's a neutral priority,
Yeah.
which I don't think we need all of them. Vamu? That's an unfortunate name.
Oh, and sorry about, like, the lack of sounds from the game last time. I was an idiot and had the master volume turned all the way down for the game. Fixed that. We would have the music of the game, but apparently the music of the game is copyrighted.
Or at least I think it is. I could be wrong, but I've never seen another YouTuber play this game with the music on, so my assumption is it's somehow copyrighted. And
Yeah.
that's not how you start out as a gaming channel.
Yeah, no.
Is immediately getting copyright strike.
Um,
I don't really think, well, we're making new water storage, so yeah, I guess.
yeah.
Because
And
we are
then-
literally building new water
So
storage
now,
right now.
where's empty? No, we want the inventor to have somebody in it. We want somebody in this.
If you high prioritize literally
I didn't high
all of them,
prioritize. I had it. I did the medium high for the inventor.
I know. I'm
It
just
doesn't
if you
work
put if you set the priority up on everything, eventually that's
that's
not
fine.
gonna mean anything.
That's fine. This is fine.
Yeah, which we're about to have a whole lot of new beavers anyway. So
Yeah, thanks to the new houses.
yay.
Folk hills like to fuck. Yeah, you said it
Indeed.
first. You said it first.
Indeed. Which I'm thinking we could lay out the groundwork for the next level of housing ahead of time if you wanted to.
Okay.
Because we've got to wait for them to finish the dam anyway, so we might as well do something.
At least it's just a drought.
Yay, drought.
Well,
Alright,
let's see.
so Well, we've got the infrastructure set up for first bad tide. Y'all will get to see, y'all like 0% of people will get to see what we mean, or like not what we mean, why we set up that weird contraption shit at the beginning. If you're not already doing that kind of thing in your own worlds, if you play this game.
Figured I'd pause those for now because we don't need them yet.
Yeah, we don't need them yet. Which I was thinking set up like the scaffolding and stuff too, so that way we've got it going. Because that only needs to be one level up. And then we gotta figure out how to do this staircase area that we've got.
So we'll need...
And then we need the 2 high platform.
And then we can just... Stairs right...
You have them face the right direction
face the
in
right
the first
way
place.
the first time. There, and... Boom.
Which this is... I don't know if anybody else has started doing this specific thing. Let them build that if they want to.
Yeah, they can build the platforms and everything. I just have the houses built.
Yeah, which I don't know if this is commonplace or not, because I haven't been watching a lot of people play this game recently, but we've figured out how to create kind of a stairwell with the minimum amount that you can use. Or at least what I think the minimum amount, so you can have much taller skyscrapers.
Yeah, and the more up you build, the more area conserved, the more area conserved, the more area you can plant.
Yeah,
which is very helpful.
Yeah, it's not necessarily like the most important thing in which we're playing on medium difficulty. It's not the most important on medium difficulty.
But when you go up to hard difficulty...
Yeah, eventually you really start needing the space, because it's the harder the difficulty, the more the beavers eat, the more the beavers drink, the more they need.
We've made some more progress here.
Once they've
12 out of 12, so he's gonna finish that one as well as put the logs in there. Or just put the logs there, I guess. Okay.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. I mean, he was working overtime. Yeah. Looking at the clock here, so I mean...
He's gonna complain that he didn't sleep tomorrow, and I'm gonna be like, listen, nobody told you had to work overtime.
Yeah, that is your own fault at that point.
Nobody told you to do this.
Yeah, nobody told you to work overtime. You chose.
Yeah, no, so, ahead of the drought, it would be nice if we could finish the water barrels ahead of time. Would you check the priorities on everything? So go to the priority screen. Okay, so those are at null priority. Yeah. I don't think we'll finish all of those before the drought, nor do I necessarily think we need to, but it would be nice to have as many as we can ahead of it.
Yeah, and these we can leave at null, I figure.
Yeah, those can just... That's the only other thing they have to build anyway, so they're gonna mess with that.
This.
Yeah.
Which, I think we can lower the priority of these just a little bit.
I think he could just leave. I don't think it matters that much. If anything, just raise the priority of the dam over there.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
There we go.
Notice there's already more people coming over here. Then let's go see what we have infrastructure-wise for the other side.
You mean over this way?
Yeah. Just so people can see if they haven't already seen.
We've got 2 high platforms and then 1 high platforms, so the path can happen just straight across here.
Basically, we've got it set up so they can path all the way over to this other bad water source. Which the plan is to... Initially, we only really care about damming off this side, because that entrance, that section over there isn't going to matter for a little while. Which, interestingly, they can get all the way out here. They can go a lot farther than you'd think they can, but we've got this whole, like, rickety staircase thing set up. It's fun.
See how it's still red? It means
yeah,
they can still get there.
In theory, they can get all the way out here. We'll see if it changes its mind, but yeah, so we've got the whole rickety staircase set up and everything, and then if you're curious where this is going to drain, we found that it drains into a hole over here, which comes out on that other side.
Comes out right here.
And then I will eventually figure out something a little bit better to do with this, but for now, that'll be a really good way to get rid of the bad water.
It'll force it out this way, and as this becomes just water coming through here, then it's going to force most of the bad water to go out on this side even.
Yeah, so we can probably
touching this side.
We could probably even plant in most of this section, which our primary the primary resource that we're actually something that we should be looking into is starting to collect scrap metal at some point.
Yeah, like we will, because we're gonna need this and Surprisingly, there's none.
Is there
There's
another?
an underground room
There's an
there.
underground. Alright, so we might have to drain that at some point. Or do some stupid contraption. Because we've done some stupid contraptions before.
Yes, we have.
Let's see, let's figure out which one's closest to our current district. It might be that one.
Looks like...
Yeah, so it's going to be that one to the left then.
Yeah, looks like this one that's
Which,
over here.
we're already pathed pretty close to that, so... we'll see how this fills up with the bad water once it does.
Yeah.
Because it should just be that bottom layer there, which means we'll have to go up and over, but we'd have to go up and over anyway. We might have...
we can just go
yeah,
up
let's
right
just start
here.
Well, no, because that's that bottom layer.
Well, no, what I'm saying is, like, we'll do either platforms or levees, like we have here.
Yeah,
and
but
just go up here. Or we can just go up on, like, this spot right here.
Yeah, that's more what I was
around.
thinking. Because the other, like, the trick here is we want to get as few path tiles as possible, so it might be better to connect from this path over here and take them up and over, even if it's going to be a little bit more building.
So, I figure we'll have the stair like that.
Yeah. So let's just,
We're going to pause it until we have this fully planned, I think.
No, I think we should just let them keep moving.
Okay.
He has a... Oh, do you mean...
I just meant the stairs. I didn't mean the game.
Okay. Yeah. He has a habit to pause the whole game while he's planning things out, so I'm always worried about it. Because I'm like, dude, nothing's happening while you're busy.
So, okay, with this...
I would do the stairs because then it's easy to know where to path to, but I think we want to hit that bottom section there first.
Yeah, that's
we could just
exactly
work
what I was
backwards.
about to ask.
Yeah, so let's work backward from there. That'll have to...
We can either come down from this one using a platform and stairs and have them just go all the way up to it, which they will need to be on this eventually anyway.
Yeah, so that'll probably be a good thing. Why don't we put the stairs over here?
Right here?
Because then we don't have to use a platform. We can just staircase.
Boom, boom.
Yeah, and then they'll path all the way along there.
We will need...
Yeah, we will need platform over there, which is fine.
We can do a triple platform if we wanted.
I want to save the signs for a minute, because we don't know when we're next going to need something.
Okay. So we'll do that.
And then they'll have to come down right there. If we take them, we can do another stair right there.
Boom.
Staircase,
boom.
Staircase.
And then I'm thinking boom.
Staircase.
Boom. And then boom.
Perfect. And then just path it all up, and whenever we're ready, we'll let them go.
We'll just put path. And then path there.
The fucking pathing noise every time. And then that reaches.
And it reaches.
Sweet. And then we'll
eventually we will need to be...
Eventually we'll need to put the flags up.
Scavenger flag, which we could unlock now.
I don't think there's any reason to.
But it'll just go... I'm thinking we'll just put one like this, and then one like this, whenever we do that.
I was thinking of extending the path one for... Well, Yeah, no, I like your plan. And then I'm thinking we'll put another one. Because we're going to have to path around a little bit to get them up. Oh, no, yeah, because that's going to be in the way of being able to path them up if you put it there.
Well, see, right here, we should be able to put a triple platform over top of it whenever we do that.
I don't know if we can.
The only way would be to...
Go find out with, like, a lumberjack flag, because it should work. So just go take one of those and try to put it over a lumberjack flag and see what happens. Or a gathering flag.
A double platform would be the at bare minimum. Oh, okay.
Try it with a triple. Like, don't unlock it. Just try it. Yeah,
Nope,
so...
it will not.
Okay, so what I was thinking is extend the path block one further from... You're heading to the wrong one. Extend the path block one further, and then what we'll do is we'll put a triple platform on that block, and then we'll put the... well, don't unlock it yet. And then we'll put the scavenger flags to the right of the path.
So we'll have these... Okay.
Yeah.
And then might as well just...
Yeah, I don't see any reason why not to.
And then... Ooh, actually, hold on.
They won't need paths all the way into it. They'll get it on their own.
What I'm thinking, right, is... Because we're going to need to be up a level as well.
Yeah, okay.
Right, and then
then we can
going to
have-
need to be up on this.
I figure, yeah, what we'll do is when they run out of stuff to disassemble, what I'm thinking is when they run out of stuff to... I think they need to be on that level that you just pathed over.
Yeah.
When they run out of stuff to disassemble on that bottom level, we'll just go ahead and build however many new scavenger flags, and let them go at the other levels.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, so we'll just work it level by level. We'll worry about the bottom level for now. So go ahead and pause. Nah, leave the second staircase. It doesn't matter.
And this is still paused. Hey, look at that. Oh, shit.
Oh, we are in the drought.
Mm.
Okay. X out of that so we can see how much
Oopsies.
water we've got. Which
We
we've
still have
yeah.
plenty.
We've still got water.
Yeah.
Definitely could be
Part of
better,
that is
but,
because
yeah.
of this.
Yeah, which I'm
which-
happy we finally got that going.
One thing I do want to do is eventually get the large water pumps, right? Because the large water pumps, right, they can be... If I could... They can be in this too deep water. We'll just have to end up, you know...
Yeah, I don't think it's going to go well in that area, but I think what we might do is build essentially a dock out into the middle of the that lake when we take it over.
Well, what I'm thinking is we can literally, like, if we level this out a little bit, it'll give us more area to plant and everything, as well as be able to place some of those.
Yeah, which I think we should eventually do, but for right now it's not going to work.
Right now it doesn't. Yeah, right now it doesn't matter. But like,
we don't have anywhere near the stuff that we need for dynamite
just so you
yet.
guys can really properly see how big this thing is.
Technically, we could just plop one right there if we wanted to, which they do. They produce water faster than the other pumps by a decent amount.
They also take up more beavers.
Yeah, I think it's 4 workers to fully staff one of those, but that would be kind of nice because I think, see if they produce enough to take over. So that's in
5...
about a half hour. They produce 5, whereas those produce
one
in about a half hour. They produce
one
1
at about the same time. So one of
those would replace all 5 of our pumps.
all 5 of our pumps.
Yeah, so worth it.
Yeah, that would actually be worth it. But we've got 400. We gotta have 400 science for that, and we're only at 300. So our inventor here, Zolgateb, needs to get on it.
And then don't forget to exit out of the build menu so that people can see the water.
Yep, which is still at a decent level.
Sorry, he's, I've done YouTube stuff before, and he is not, so...
I have tried. I have just not done great at it.
Yeah, there was actually a point where I was doing okay. I was just also, like, 13, more than 10 years ago. God, I'm gonna be 24 in 2 days. Help.
Yep.
Help.
See, they're freaking out about being 24 in 2 days, whereas last month I turned 29. So I don't want to hear your complaining.
Your digits add up to
11.
11. Good job. You've still got double digits even when you add your digits.
Until next year, and then my digits add up to 3. Those will actually come back to life.
Yeah, they take a long time to die.
The oaks take longer.
Go check on our,
Or
the nice
dam.
part, yeah. The nice part is we don't really have to worry about what's going on in civilization right now.
Yeah, we've got that pretty well automated. That's the word.
Yeah, they're pretty much going to handle themselves. It's just one of those, like, glance up every once in a while and make sure there's still carrots.
Yeah, they're building the water storage first because the water storage is a higher priority, which I don't blame them for doing.
Yeah, I think we could probably lower the priority of the water storage back to neutral, though, at least for that last one. Let them finish the one that they're already in the middle of.
Yeah, we'll let them finish this one.
Yeah, because that guy's probably going to finish it, so...
Yep, it's finished.
So yeah, which...
And now they're going over here to finish these.
Yeah, so, because we're not producing water right now, which, if you haven't played this game, the water level does slowly lower in the river over the course of the dry season, even if you're not pulling water from it, but if you're pulling water, it also makes it lower faster.
Yeah.
Which, when you have a constant source of water flowing into it, that doesn't matter, but during a dry season, it's definitely something that causes issues, so you leave that alone.
Yeah. Like, unless you have an absolutely massive pool of water, which we have created in one game that we played of this, you do not want to pump water.
Yeah.
If you've created that absolutely massive pool, then you can pump water, but you still want to kind of keep it sparing because you will still end up running out of water.
Yeah, which that's part of what the goal is for this big lake here, is because even just to take this thing down one water level, once we've got it flooded to the point that I want to flood it, that is going to be
A lot.
A
lot. Because it's going to be flooded up to level with this right here, all the way around.
Which, by the way, it is absolutely worth it to put water into storage rather than have giant water things. The reason why I like to have a giant situation where we have a ton of water.
Oh, I just noticed we're going to have to dam up this area here. In order, because like it's not to keep bad water out.
It is to keep the rest of the water in.
It'll be to keep water in.
So yeah, we'll probably just, because we've already got all that scaffolding over there, so we'll probably just cross where the waterfall used to be at that point, and
yeah, we can
go dam up on the other side.
In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and
start it. So at that path is even with where we want to be,
which is why I'm doing it there.
Yeah, so just do levees on this side.
Yeah. Which, landscaping, levee, and it's gonna be.
Gotta make it just too high, so that's not that bad.
Just like that, and that'll be
good.
Good to go.
So go
I'm
ahead.
Double checking everything else. That's gonna get dammed off there.
Yeah, because that's gonna be.
So yeah.
Sick.
Cool.
And then obviously we spoke about earlier. The plan is to dam up the other side of this because there's currently 2 ways that the water could leave. And the goal is to prevent that. Make sure that we can see how far it gets.
It gets there.
They can get there.
Which I kind of expected because that's a shorter path than going up here to over here.
Yeah, which I think eventually what we might want to do is move the town hall out into like the middle of the river, this lake, like build scaffolding and have it sit on top of that because I think we can do that.
Stuff.
But yeah, no, because then once we do that, we can just...
Zip lines are going to be fun.
Right.
Zip lines are a relatively new thing that we've not actually done anything with yet. So we have no idea how that's going to go, but it's going to be fun, I think.
I bet we could make a zip line across the lake.
At the very least, I know we could put one from, like, up here down to here, which actually
And then we could just build a tower, like have it go off of the top of the housing structure, so if you need to get over there, you just go that way.
Yeah.
Which that would be so cool, actually.
Yeah, which that actually might be a way to make it where we can expand further with less of an issue.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes. My hope is that is going to do exactly what you're thinking it's going to do.
Alright, well, while we're waiting for things, let's check out well-being and see. Do we want...
There's no way that I want to put one yet.
Yeah. Alright.
And then we've already got the teeth grindstone.
Already got the campfire, already got the teeth grindstone. Showers where we shouldn't need.
It would be better to just get a Lido.
Yeah. Which the Lido is 250, so we could get it now if you wanted. And we've already got a place for it.
Yeah, okay. Which this is where you're going to find out. We actually left this the way that it was. Well, he did. This was his. He left this the way that it was left so that we could put Lidos here.
Right there,
which we can actually fit too. So, which these guys get, I think,
logs and planks,
7 They can have like 6 or 7 visitors. Because wet fur
visitor
is
7.
Oh, you know what? For people that don't know, go into the menu of the happiness stuff. So, well-being, it increases things like their walking speed, their ability, like how many things that they can carry, and how long the beavers live. And you just have to give them access to certain random stuff. So, like, the basic needs, obviously.
Sleep,
and then wet fur is considered a basic need for beavers. So, normally how I would do this is I would take a path out, generally I have something across the river. Right now I don't. But if I was going to do that, what I would do is I would take the path that goes over the dam out so that they're forced to go through the water to get to wherever they want to be.
Because that does help with the
wet
fur.
Increases the wet fur. But since we don't have anywhere to be right now, and then it's also, obviously the 27 out of 20, or maybe not obviously, the 27 out of 27 is 27 beavers out of 27 beavers are currently have this need met. Yeah. So apparently
so, like, right now we
thirsty.
have somebody thirsty, and right now somebody is complaining about shelter, even though everybody has a spot to live.
Yeah, I don't know why that's the case. We've got hella fucking
we've got 10 unemployed beavers at the moment.
Which is a great problem to have. So let's go ahead.
Well, let's go ahead and just boop.
Yeah, shove somebody in there. Remember, we need 5 to go back to the
boop,
pumps.
Boop. And that leaves us 5 for the pumps.
Yeah,
so these are now full, and this is full. And that leaves us 5 for the pumps.
And then next time we have, which the pumps are paused right now is why there's not beavers assigned to them, but the next time we have that problem, if the pumps are open, or if we have 5 extra beavers with the pumps being closed, however you get there with the math, the next time we have that problem, the plan is we're going to build what's called a hauler's post, which basically these places, so say the water pumps, right? They produce water, and then in producing water, they also have to move the water to wherever it's stored, which takes time out of their day and lowers the efficiency of the workplace. So while they could be sitting there for a full half hour, like the full day, and the work day for them is like 16 hours, which, yeesh, I hate that.
Yeah, it's a long work day.
I think I'd rather die. But so, because it's 16 hours, they make 32 water per day, each of those pumps, but because they have to, go carry the water to where it's being stored, they're making less. Which I haven't done the math on exactly how much less, but, it could be like they're only producing 24 water instead of 32, which obviously the 32 water would be significantly more helpful. So that's where you bring in a hauler's post. You plunk that thing down somewhere.
Which we can plunk it right here or right here at the moment. I kind of like right here, because it just feels like it fills up the area, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I was maybe thinking of putting a tapper's shack there later, which that's another thing that we'll get into.
Well, yeah, no, because we're going to need the tapper's shack
we're going to use that.
So right here, I think, would be best then.
Yeah, so that's where I'm kind of thinking.
And we might as well place it now, because we had 3 free beds. They're now occupied, because we had 3 little babies over here born, Teja, Jabir, and Edgy.
Anyway, so, Edgy.
Which we'll just have that set to 3 workers.
Yeah, but anyway, so, instead of them having to haul the water all the way to where the water is stored, these haulers come by and they get it for them. So there's also, like, a little button that you can tick in any of these workplaces where you can select, prioritize, it's not, because it's off right now, you can't, go pick something that's on, the lumber mill.
It needs power to operate.
Where is my button? The farmhouse. The farmhouse will work. Okay, maybe they...
resource?
No. Okay, it looks like they might have taken... Or, no, we probably don't have that button yet because we don't have the hauler's post yet. Okay, so there's a little box that you tick that basically just means prioritize... Or that says prioritize this post with haulers, which means the haulers will go collect from that place more faster than they'll go collect from everywhere else.
Go get some...
Right? You just walked past all the water.
Go get a drink. You're walking right past the water.
You can set your wood down for 5 fucking seconds and drink water.
Jesus Christ.
Everybody take a sip of water.
If you've got something to drink,
unless it's alcohol that's dehydrating you, take a negative sip of alcohol.
Shut up. I was about to say, hopefully it's something hydrating. And then just take a sip. That's what I'm about to do. I'm about to take a sip of my lemonade.
Anyway, no. Also, if you don't know how the game works, there's a storage amount that they can hold. So they can hold. You can see right here. They can hold. I'm left-handing the mouse right now. 15 total water. So that takes them. They produce 1 water every half hour. So it would take them
7.5 hours. Drought has ended.
Fast math. It would take them 7.5 hours. Start up all the water production. But it would take them 7.5 hours to fill up that. So instead of filling it up, if you've got the hauler's post and you've prioritized the building, the haulers will come collect whatever is in there faster than they will go collect from other things, so you can have your water constantly producing. So generally what I do once I've got to a point where I've got a lot of excess beavers...
Physics.
Generally once I get to a point where I have a whole lot of excess beavers, I tend to throw them all in the hauler's post so that things just operate more smoothly. And then you end up with a lot more of whatever resources you want to have a lot faster. So yeah, that is my long ramble about the hauler's post. I love the hauler's post.
Physics.
Ah, yes, water physics. Go watch the wave go through.
Yeah. Here it comes.
You need to make people nauseous spinning that screen around the way you do.
Hopefully I don't, and I'm sorry if I have.
If you have motion sickness, don't watch our stream. He has no idea how to move the thing and not make you sick.
Sorry. And there we go. Now it's starting. There we go. Come on.
Yeah, the water physics gets a little fucky. Sometimes when the water comes back through, you end up with these weird waves. So you'll have like there, where it's... That is what happens. Sometimes you get a wave.
Yeah.
Don't know why it
this
happens.
Is literally,
it
happened.
Literally
just flooded over that. So.
Like, I've been playing for 2 years now, and the whole time I've been playing this, there have been random waves. I don't know why they do that.
It's... The game is still technically in free access, which, if you watched
Pre-access, not free. Or whatever you're trying to say. You said free access, and I don't think that's the word.
Early access.
There you go.
It is.
Pre-access. I think you were trying for pre-access.
I don't know why I said free access.
Oh, we're gonna have to dam up here, too, to prevent it from...
Yeah. Which, we'll get to that.
Yeah, so...
Unless you want to just change these to those now.
Yeah, we could do that. Because that won't matter. So yeah, just go ahead and... I would just get the menu where it says mark things for deletion.
Yeah, because it didn't want to just let me... Which buildings? Just...
Deletion, what am I, a Cyberman?
And then we will need...
Just do the levies there. So...
Levies on the bottom, for sure. Do we want to put levies on the top as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
I only want it to exit through the, 2 approved exit... Or the 1 approved exit point, rather.
And we are still going to pause these, because we still don't want them working on this yet.
Which, fun thing, if you pause the bottom one, they won't do the top one, because physics works in this game.
Yeah, they have to build the top, or the bottom, in order to build the top. They
so
can't
you
build the top
can
and
just
have it
pause
floating.
one, which is nice. But also, if you only pause the closest one, a lot of the time they will somehow manage to pause, or not pause, they will somehow manage to build the second one.
For some reason.
And then they can't get past the second one, so you'll just have, random blocks out in the middle of nowhere. Which they're making progress. We actually do have 2 viewers right now. So if you...
Supposedly.
Supposedly, we'll find out. If you're new and you don't know, our goal right now is to prevent the bad water from getting into this big lake area there and then flood it up to the same level that our civilization is at. So we have a whole bunch of stuff lying around everywhere that's either in progress or just planned out. And we're basically just waiting on them to be done with that dam over there. And once they're done with that, then we're going to move on to the next one, and this will just flow off screen in the other direction.
Once this is fully built, all of this bad water will go this way.
And the reason why why we're having them build this to get there, is because this bottom level, once they start working on that, is going to flood, and if they get into the bad water, they get sick from it, and you have to make an antidote, which requires way more work than I'm willing to put in at an earlier stage in the game.
Yeah, it's... I think it might be here in...
It was that one. Which you need dandelions, you need paper, which also requires, 2 different things to get through, and then you also just need berries, which berries are easy to get, but the rest of it's kind of obnoxious.
Paper comes from...
We do indeed have extra beavers right now.
Paper comes from... Where the hell does paper come from?
There's a thing that makes paper. I don't remember where it is. There it is. Right there.
Ah, right here. The paper mill.
And you need logs for the paper.
Logs for paper, obviously.
It's obnoxious. I don't feel like it.
Yeah. Another thing
My goal is generally to just prevent them from getting sick in the first place.
Yeah, preferably. Because it's a pain.
Which eventually we're going to need, actual sick beds and some other stuff, which... we could start putting random stuff around for well-being. We could get a contemplation point and put it somewhere.
Contemplation spot?
Yeah, we've got enough for it. So I was thinking next to the hauler's post.
Right here?
Yeah, but put them
Ooh,
facing the other.
we could
Yeah, because then
have-
you could put one in one. So then you could have two of them.
Yes, and boom. And that fills up that spot nicely, and then there's a 1x1 spot there. Do you want to put one there?
Yeah, we could do that.
You want it facing that way or that way?
I don't think it matters.
I like that
It's
way.
not like they're looking at a nice view there. They're looking at a house.
Yeah.
They're either looking at the farm or the hauler's post.
Yeah. All right.
Exit out of the build menu. Alright, so now we're pretty much just waiting on them to finish that over there. How many builders do we have right now?
Currently, we've got
right?
4.
Okay, we do have 4. Log production is not the thing slowing. Yeah, so it's just slow because they have to get so far,
Yeah.
which blows.
Which
but
we
oh well.
can also, we don't have the science for it right now.
Yeah.
Because we just used it for the contemplation points. But we can also make a builder's hut at some point. Right? And a builder's hut, as you can see, has a limited range. Because if I place it here, if you look up near the top of the screen, which I can't point to and have this here at the same time.
The blue line is the
blue
range
line.
of what they can get to.
Yeah. So like this builder's hut would cover over here,
which they don't
but it wouldn't
have
cover the area up here until we put
they
one
no they
that
so
matched.
the range doesn't work the way that you think it does. Sorry, babe. The range does not work the way that you think it does. The range is following the whole path.
Okay.
So if they can reach it per the normal building rules, then they can reach it with the builder's hut. Yeah,
I see. So yeah.
The only like yay of that would be putting, like, you can do things to make it a little bit faster, like put log storage somewhere, but that's primarily just to get some extra builders into the colony. They'll go do whatever they're doing wherever they want to do it.
Eventually, I do think putting one of these in would be a good idea.
Yeah, and I don't disagree with that.
Just not yet.
Yeah. I just don't think it matters right this second. Oh, and they finally did. When did they finish that last water? Anyway.
Oh, a while ago. They finished that a while ago. I'm surprised you didn't notice.
We could probably have a 20-day drought now and be fine.
Oh, potentially. If they get all of the water filled.
Yeah, whenever they do that. Yeah, they're keeping up fine. It's going up, so. Not worried.
They're making progress.
Eventually, we'll get somewhere.
Well, eventually. You know what?
They're not being slow because they can't. It's like, see, because they're
They're working on it, but like
they're only working on that right now. It's just that it takes a minute for them to get to it. If you wanted to, I guess we could also just put like a wood storage over there and force them to. Yeah, we could force them to move the wood storage that way.
Yeah, we could do that. Let's go storage, large pile.
I think it might be more beneficial to do just a small one.
Small pile. Right there?
That might be a little bit far out for the wood to run, though. Put it more, like, near the water storage. Yeah, that'll do. And then make it wood.
Make this into wood.
Raise priority.
Raise that priority on up.
And then what we're going to do is we should set the other wood to only be leaving. So this wood storage, we should set them so that they're only
supply.
Yep.
Ooh, empty?
Yeah. I think maybe
they
don't
may
empty
not.
We should also raise the priority of the hauler's post for sure. Because, like, the main problem right now is we've just got inefficiencies with how...
Yeah, and we actually have 5 unemployed beavers.
Yep. Hence raising the priority of the hauler's post. You can go ahead and set that up too. And then let's go ahead and prioritize the wood, because we need to produce a lot of wood right now once we've got the hauler's post set up. I'm not too worried about the farm. They don't have to go very far to store their crops. And then probably a couple of the waters, just because it's always good to have, the water pumps. So once we've got that built, we'll prioritize.
Yeah.
It's weird to me that they turn on all the lights during the day. It's the day. You've got windows.
Right.
Also, where are they getting the electricity? Are they making candles? I'm not making the candles for them.
It's gotta be like candles or something, like... Granted, this one could be electricity.
Yeah, that one actually is powered, so...
It does actually have power going.
Yeah, which I'm thinking will make that little area down there our industrial area, because we're gonna have more spatter dock and we're gonna know what to do with pretty soon.
Luckily, we don't need these.
The Wheel of Shame.
The Wheel of Shame. Oh, decoration. We should...
I'm not too worried about unlocking all kinds of decorative stuff right now.
Yeah.
Let's focus on getting... Because they have to build it
Hey,
anyway.
the holler post is done.
Perfect. Oh, weird.
We lost a beaver somewhere.
He probably died. Yep, he died.
Yep. Sulin died of old age.
Whoops.
Poor thing. That's okay. Somebody will grow up to replace her. But yeah, so now we've got this. So now we've got prioritized building by Holler's button.
Yeah, so there's the button we were talking about 5 minutes ago.
And boop, and boop, and boop.
Okay, that's too much.
Okay.
Don't prioritize all of them. Leave some of them alone. Because we still want to be able to prioritize the wood haulers here. Did you already prioritize them?
No, I did not. Boop.
Yeah.
And boop.
Because then we'll get wood out faster and the builders won't have to go as far to get to it.
Yeah.
Which will be good. That has literally nothing. Yeah, so then the haulers will primarily want to take it over there. So,
yeah.
Done and done.
And now we have 3 unemployed beavers. Because Edgy, Javier, and Tasia grew up.
Oh, there they are. So yeah, hence the haulers post. Literally every time there's extra beavers, I just shove them in the haulers post.
Yeah.
Let's go see how the builders are doing with that. Out there. Oh, they're getting really close now.
Yeah, getting closer.
Pretty soon it'll be done. Yeah, now that they built the haulers post.
Alright.
So, yeah. We have 4 viewers right now.
Oh, hey, yeah.
Which is new, if you're real. I don't know, the viewer number box does not seem to actually tell you how many viewers you have.
Yeah, it never really changes. Like, it
Hi, if you're real.
It just dropped
Yep, it went down to 1, so.
So, like, we have an average of 1 viewer is what we're at right now. So we had an average of 4, which could have meant that we had 4, or it could have meant that we had, 0, but, like, there was, 5 people in there just prior. Who knows?
Yeah, who fucking knows at this point? It's like, do you think it would work, like, in the video games, when you play the streamer games where the goal is to become the best streamer possible, like, you just spam click start and stop, and that's how you get as many viewers as you can? I wonder if that would work.
I don't think that would work. I really don't think that would work. I wish that would work.
Right?
But I don't think that would work.
We should try it sometime. If we get, 200 people in here, there's gonna be at least 5 people that think we're funny.
I mean, yeah. There'll be somebody that does, at least. Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, it's the problem is every time I look over and there's more viewers, that's when there happens to be, a lull in the banter.
Right?
So then they're leaving because there's a lull in the fucking banter, and I'm like, no, I swear, we're talking the rest of the entire thing that we're doing, we just weren't the 2 seconds that you were in here.
Right? Alright, so...
Yeah, no, you see how much faster it's going now that there's wood there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because now they don't have to...
get water.
Now, right, it's right there, you can
you can
take a break. Please, God, take a break.
Good golly gosh darn it.
What the fuck was that?
Me being weird, obviously.
If you're new here, my vibe is I'm cussing until somebody tells me not to.
Yeah. That is consistently your vibe.
Eventually someone will tell me not to.
What are you doing over here?
I don't know, they like to stand in the field, I guess.
Okay, we need to have something over there for them, I think.
Yeah, they just want to be in that fucking field. Put a campfire over there. We need that stuff that you get from all kinds of processes over there anyway, so... Yeah, if they're gonna hang out over here anyway, there might as well be a campfire for them.
we'll put a campfire right there, and then you guys can build it whenever the hell you want to build it.
Yeah, whenever you guys want to stop
We're not
standing
gonna,
around.
Yeah, we're gonna let this be at the higher priority over here still.
Yeah.
Like that,
So
but
that's
that we're not gonna adjust that priority. It's gonna stay like that.
I think at some point soon here we're gonna open up new houses because it would be nice to have a couple of new workers just for the sake of expansion.
All right. Well, I mean, I can.
We have 100 science now too, so we can.
Because they're paused, so it's not gonna do anything.
Yeah. Go ahead and set all the scaffolding and stuff higher up though on priority, so that it just gets done. Just drag and drop. Select them if they didn't go. There you go. So, yeah, and then go ahead and unpause, like, 1 or 2 of those houses.
We'll unpause the first one here.
Yeah.
And this one. We'll unpause the
I'd like
first
to
two.
increase the... And then go check how much science do we need for the builder's post.
For the builder's post, that is 100. So
yeah, so let's go ahead and grab that.
You want to build it right here?
Yeah, that works.
Yes.
And then probably...
High prioritize.
Yeah. Maybe open up one more house.
Unpause.
I'd like to have a lot of beavers that we can shove into the builder's post.
Yeah. But now these 3 houses that are sitting on top of these 3 houses that are sitting on top of these 3 houses are going to get built. As
We're
well
building
as
a
all
skyscraper.
Yeah. Eventually this will be like very tall. I
just like seeing how tall we can build it.
Tall. I don't know how tall it's going to be, but it's going to be tall.
The least informative.
I mean, it's not that far off from our president. Yeah.
Don't get political.
One joke.
Don't get political.
Anyway.
Not worth it. Eventually they'll decide they want to have beach days. For now, I guess they don't.
I mean, it does make sense that they haven't yet because of the fact that they aren't set to, like, a high priority.
It took me watching a video of somebody with an American accent, because I normally watch the Real Civil Engineer play this game. It took me watching a video of somebody with an American accent playing this game to realize that in Wall-E, when they go the Lido deck, they're referring to the pool. Because I'm stupid. Like, it genuinely, if we end up with, like, consistent viewers on this channel, you're gonna watch me go through some shit.
Yeah.
I'm the kind of person that randomly turns around and I'm like, wait, do people say this because it means this? And he's like, yes.
Yep.
That's,
yeah. It happens a lot. Like, I don't know, man.
Which, for the record, when I say I'm autistic, I am, like, diagnosed. I know there's a lot of people that are just, which I don't believe that gatekeeping autism is a thing that we should really be doing, but I also understand where it's like, it sometimes, the way that people talk about it takes away from people that have the real diagnosis. Because a lot of the time it can make it seem like, oh, it's this cutesy, quirky thing, and I'm like, yeah, for some people it is, and I say all the time, I wouldn't trade the way that I am for anything, because frankly, I like seeing the world the way that I see it.
Of course they built that one
I think
first.
it's better. But, like, it's not for everyone. People that have mental illnesses and stuff, it's not always like, oh, yeah, it's just a thing, and, like, people go through this. Like, sometimes it is really serious, you know, and it's not fun when everybody talks about it, and, like, I really don't know who's the problem in that situation, because there's people that they're kind of the problem because they see people who have a lighter version of it, and they're like, well, you can't have it, you can't be autistic, because my cousin's autistic, and he's, like, drooling in the corner, you know? But then there's also people that think that everyone can just be the cutesy, quirky autistic, and I'm like, no. Like, there are people who genuinely are higher support needs and do need that help, and those people shouldn't be denied access to things because your 10 best friends that have autism are all perfectly fine.
Yeah. It's a spectrum.
Yeah, it's a spectrum for a fucking reason.
Yeah. Which, by the way, is a very political statement.
That one's science.
a lot of science related things nowadays are very political when you're talking about them.
And that's bullshit, because science is science, man. There's a reason that all of the research that has happened. There's a reason that we've come to the conclusions that we've come to. Yeah. Yes, science can change, but also, like, if I could remind you, or anyone, like, 100 years ago, the solution to having ghosts in your blood was to do cocaine about it.
You got ghosts in your blood, do cocaine about it.
Yeah, like, we've come very far, and I don't think that people recognize, because there's a lot of people that are like, oh, well, this one thing is bad, therefore it's all bad. And I'm like, no, just because, like, the American health system is bad. It's just bad. Like, I think that that's something that most people can agree on. We should not have to, like, fucking hell, I had a ruptured ectopic pregnancy, and I am in debt $50,000 for, and my option there was have a surgery and live or die. You know, I don't think that anybody should be in debt $50,000 for something, like, and there's no way I'm ever going to pay that. That's more money than I've ever made in a year. You know?
Yeah.
Like, that's, when that happened, that was more money than our combined paychecks.
For an entire
year. You know, and it's like, and everybody's out here struggling. It shouldn't be to the point where, like, yeah, your options are, like, pay an exorbitant amount to live or die. That should never be the option.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it is the option, you know? And I'm like, that's the kind of thing where I'm like, and people equate, like, medicine being bad with, like, oh, 'cause Big Pharma. And I'm like, no, Big Pharma isn't, I don't believe, sometimes they are, but most of the time it's not a matter of, like, you shouldn't be taking these medications or doing this thing because they're just trying to make money off of you. Like, yes, they are trying to make money of you, but, like, if you're diabetic, take your fucking insulin. If you're like me and you have bad enough depression that you need to be on meds for it, take your fucking meds. You know, like, if these things are helping you, do those things. It's just that they shouldn't have to be that expensive for something that is necessary. Like, that's the problem with it. And people have a tendency to equate all kinds of weird things to different things that don't really have that same effect. People like to say, like, oh, XYZ thing is bad because things are expensive. And it's like, no, medicine isn't bad because it's expensive. People aren't usually trying to sell you things. Like, generally speaking, if you are willing to do a little bit of Google searching, you can find out very quickly whether or not a medication is something that's necessary. You know, like, because if you're being sold some supplement and you go online and there's no scientific source saying anything about that supplement, it's a good bet that you probably don't need it. You know, like, maybe you do. I don't know what the hell your doctor told you. If your doctor is giving you this thing, then yeah, take it. But, like, I don't know. It's a long fucking thing, and I will ramble for, like, 2 straight hours on this thing.
Yeah, and
just because I'm like. Yeah, and it's, like, this comes from, I was raised by software engineers, and I've always had a very heavy interest in biology, and I am not somebody who's, like, college educated or anything. This is me just enjoying research on my own, but I also know how to do the research, and I know what I'm looking at. I can read medical textbooks and understand them. Partially because there was a point where my mom wanted to be an ultrasound technician, and apparently you have to take, like, basically the same school level as, like, a nurse to do it, which I don't really know what the hell. She wanted to be a cardiac ultrasound technician, which I thought was really cool, but then also God, was she bad at it, and I got to be her test dummy. So I'd be in there, and she's, like, shoving this stupid thing into, like, the joint, like, my hip joint near my crotch. Trying to get a view of the vein, and this nice nurse, the old lady that's teaching her how to do it, is just kind of like, well, honey, I think if you didn't do it so hard, but I have a ridiculously high pain tolerance level, so I'm not saying anything. Because I think it's probably supposed to kind of hurt a little bit, but I don't realize that she's, like, gouging me with it. Yeah, don't let my mom touch you with an ultrasound device. She is not a technician. She gave up. She did not graduate, but, like, she should definitely just stick with the computer.
Yeah. Alright, so we've got the houses built. We're just waiting on the platforms now.
Yeet. Go check on the other thing. Because they've made Yeah, they're almost there. We're almost
Yep.
gonna have that dammed up. Do you realize that you're hanging out in the build menu again?
I was looking at specific things.
I know. I want to continue to draw your attention to it just because visually it's better for an audience if they can see what's going on.
And I understand that. You don't need to repeat that 500 times while we're on stream. Thank you. The point that I'm making is I was looking at things that required me to be in the build menu to look at them. And right now I was looking at specifically this to see where it was at.
Oh, we've got a jobless beaver. Econ. How much you want to bet it? Yep, I was on it.
Well, yeah, he just grew up.
I hear a cat meow, and I'm like, was that our cat, or was that a neighborhood cat? I always have the windows open in the summer. Not all of them, but I have a window open in the summer, because I just like it. My dad got me in the habit of sleeping with a window open in the summer when I was a kid, and now I just always do it.
You just refuse to finish these.
They have really good detail in this game. Like, look at that. Yeah. The path isn't just straight up white.
Yeah, and look at the logs that they use for
the thatching on the house.
Yeah, the thatching and stuff on the houses and
little moss growing in the seams of the roof.
The water. Like, look at the trees.
Yeah, they've got leaves. I like this game a lot for that. Like, I can't, on my computer, I have a garbage laptop. Which it shouldn't be as garbage as it is, because I only bought it, like, 2-3 years ago, so it shouldn't be that bad, but it's that bad.
Yeah. Look at these stumps, though. Like, look at that.
Yeah. I love the texture on things, but, yeah, no, because it's fun to play it on, because he's got the big, beefy computer, which is why he gets to be in charge of the...
Those berries, look.
2D. Very 2D berries. But yeah, no, so I don't often get to play on the computer with the cool graphics, and I like the computer with the cool graphics.
Yeah, it's nice. I feel bad for him because he doesn't get to have shaders on Minecraft even.
Yeah, no, my computer, even on, like, I have downloaded a shader pack that was built for what's referred to as potato computers, and then put it onto the most potato possible settings, and it's still choppy. My laptop sucks.
Which is ridiculous, because it was supposed to be a very good laptop.
No, and I told him a million times when we were buying the laptop, because we are married, I told him a million times when we were buying the laptop, like, I don't want to buy a, like, $1,000 laptop, because it's not gonna be as good as you think it is. It's gonna be, like, okay, and then 2 years from now, you're so obsessed with the texture.
I mean, look at them. It's good textures. Look at this.
Look at the sunflower.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you can see the seeds.
Yeah, that's more than I was expecting for the sunflower. Just also stop jerking the screen around, man. You're making me nauseous.
Sorry.
But no, I have no idea what the fuck I was saying anymore.
Talking about your laptop.
Oh, yeah. I told you, like, I kept telling him, when we got the laptop, that I didn't want, like, a super expensive laptop because I didn't see the point in it and I didn't think it was going to be worth it. And sure enough, it is not worth it. It was an expensive laptop, and within 3 years, like, it's not kaput yet, but it's also not phenomenal.
Yeah, it still works very well. It just doesn't do great graphics.
I'm excited to see this dam up and see what the water physics decide to do. I'm interested to see how much the blue will take over.
Oh, down here?
Yeah.
It'll take over at least in here, I think.
Well, I mean, because the other, like, it's got...
to about here, I think.
We've got the other river coming directly into here, which we actually might want to start unpausing that stuff soon.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I will.
Yeah, because it's low priority, so they'll get there when they get there, but, like, eventually we want to start moving over there so that we can get to the stuff that we need to do.
I think this one I do want to have... Yeah, I think I'll pause right here.
Pause that other one, too. You know they'll get to it.
Somehow. Because they're fucking psychos.
Right. Yeah, because I don't really care about that other section too much yet.
Yeah, that section we don't need to worry about yet. But this way they'll get up here and they'll dam this, and also right here. is platforms.
Yeah, no, it's not a dam. Don't worry about that.
But they'll go to this one. I wonder if they'll dam this or this first.
It won't matter.
Yeah.
As long as they don't touch the water, it won't matter. Go see how
Yeah.
close they are, because I think they might have done another level already.
Ooh, yep.
Yeah, we should watch that tomorrow to see them do it.
Yeah. Right here. And I'll go ahead and speed it up. Ah, crap.
No, it's fine. We've got everything set up for that.
Yeah, we've got everything set up for it.
Yeah, and look at how much water we
I
have.
see it and I panic every time.
Yeah, you're meant to. You're more susceptible to the psychological stuff. No, I want to see the water.
No, I know.
Let's see the water.
Like, I'm just saying, they're almost there. Here they come. That's going to be the last 4 of the logs for that one. Boop.
Alright.
Little ripple there, and then
so
it's going
it begins.
start going up slowly.
So now the question is it going to overtop that before they manage to build the next piece of it?
It's going to be close. It's going to be close. Oh, it's going to overtop it because of the night.
It went overnight. Damn.
Yep, and there it goes. So it's going to go ahead and flow back down in.
Yeah, which we'll really get to see tomorrow how much the...
It's also going to start flowing down that way.
Which is good.
Get out of here. Alright. And here it comes.
Should only need 3 more beavers. Oh, never mind. And there it goes. Let's go see what that does.
Yeah, so now you get to watch how this gets affected, because that's all going to go that way now.
Finally.
This area here, it should start coming in more blue. More and more blue. It's going to stay red for part of it, for sure. But it's going to get more and more blue and more green.
Yeah, which we can already see the corruption pushing back a little bit to the left there.
It's going to take it a minute. I think a drought is going to be the thing that helps us the most for taking this over. You know?
I could agree with that. You know what might actually not be a bad idea? Instead of damming up where this path is, we could dam up to the right here instead, once we get there.
Right here?
Yeah, because then we just have the water flow out that way.
Yeah.
And that'll dam the whole valley without us having to do anything complicated.
We'll need dams. You want to put it like right there? Like that?
Check and see what that does on the other side. Like where that's going to come into go. I would, scroll. There we go.
Well, I was doing that so we could see where, like, I was...
Yeah, try putting it, like, 1 block back.
So instead of here, there?
No. I'm thinking we want to line up with that right there.
You want to line up with here?
Yeah, I think that might be the best way of doing it.
Okay,
so
we'll need to
level with where we need it to be.
No, it's not.
Okay, well, just start with the levees.
Yeah, this will need to be levy, like, will be here.
Yeah, so just
here.
Start placing them.
Here.
No, I was right, it lines up. Oh, never mind. I have no depth perception.
No, you do not.
I really don't.
His glasses are...
Okay, pause.
I literally already paused it. So we're going to take this.
So here's what we were talking about. These go all the way up.
And these go all the way down.
And then we dump all of the bad tide off of the side of the...
all of these.
Especially that one.
And go from there.
Yep.
Because now the bad water that's coming through...
Oh god, don't do that.
No, that is not what we want. Oh god.
Cool. Sick as fuck. Okay, so we're gonna have to,
We're gonna have to figure out a way to fix that.
Yeah, pause that. Pause the Lido.
Oh shit. I'm gonna pause this, Lido.
Okay.
It will not pause. It does not pause.
That's not good.
It's
blocked by
bad water, so I don't think they're gonna do anything.
Okay, so what we need to do is we need to create a way across right now. Like, pause to do damage control.
I'm thinking
so we
just
need to...
platforms, right?
Yeah, so what
to get us across... Where do you want to put them?
Where you had them initially.
Here?
Yeah. So go across, path all of that, This is gonna get hairy.
This is
Okay.
gonna get very hairy, but I'm thinking
Let's put,
levees. is what
Yeah,
I'm
but the
thinking.
problem is we can't let them into the bad water right now.
No, I know. I'm not going to have them do it yet.
No, I want them to do it now so that we contaminate as little as possible because we're already going to lose all of those crops. I don't want to lose the trees.
Okay.
So what we need to do is we need to put levees along this edge, so we need to bring them down here. Not quite what I meant. One over. One to the right. To the right. There you go. And then I'm thinking we put along here, we could probably just have them path underwater. They can build up. Oh, shit, no, we can't do that. It's bad water. Okay.
But
they should be able to reach those. Don't worry about that right now. So then put them just along the edge of this river here.
with platform? What do you mean? What
Put
do you...
the levees along the edge of this river here. We're doing massive damage control right now.
And
So
then
that should stop that problem. And then
we will need to do this. Right?
eventually, but not right now.
Which...
So you're gonna have to pause all of that.
Hear me out. Okay. Hear me out. Because what I'm going to have them do is
Okay, yeah, that could work.
ladder up. And then they do it from up on these.
Yeah, so then they're never at risk of touching it. Okay. Yeah, and then we'll just demolish the old ones when we're done.
And just to make sure that they do not build this way first, because I want them to build these first.
High prioritize everything, though.
Oh yeah, absolutely high prioritizing everything. I'm just telling you where what I'm doing here. You know?
Alright, and then hit go.
And then we're going to make sure that I'm going to pause every other building right now that they're working on, because we need them to focus. You know?
Yeah.
I think that is it. I think that's all we need to do.
Alright, exit out of this because I need to see what the water looks like. Oh, that is bad. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get them started.
And yeah, because that went really badly out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's not how that was supposed to go. I kind of see what happened. Which I think we're...
Crap, we have a beaver unwell.
Oh boy, here it goes. Oh, they're going underwater. Whoa,
No,
shit.
what?
Stop,
Hold
what the
on.
fuck are you doing? Unroute to that. Unroute. No, don't... You can't delete that. Delete that path. The one on top of it. You fucking morons.
Why would you go under the water to do this? What are you doing? Oh my god,
They're
fucking...
still doing it. Pause them.
Yeah, they're still doing all of these. I paused everything so I can pause all of this. I'm just gonna...
And this is how you lose at this game.
Hopefully we don't. But
Where's
they're
the
idiots.
working hours?
Sorry, guys. Just for a little bit here, we need you to...
Alright, and then let's get the sick beds going.
Yeah,
I think that's well-being. Yeah, there it is. Medical bed.
Which...
Let's
these
just
can
have
be
that be
put
the only thing that's not paused.
right here.
Oh, cool, and the bad tide's just over now. Thanks for the damage control, guys.
You want to put it right here?
Yeah, we need to fix the situation, though.
Okay. Where do you want me to put the medical beds? 'Cause
I
you told
don't
me to-
really care. Go ahead and you gotta undo the... Look at it. Please undo the blockage.
What blockage are you talking
Oh my
about?
god, the fucking floodgates.
Can you not get aggravated with me right now? Like, there is
How
no
am I
point.
not supposed to? You literally have no idea what's going on at any given moment, and it's driving me fucking nuts.
I'm trying here. You don't need to be rude. I asked you questions, and then you got upset with me for asking you a question.
Yeah, because there was more pressing issues.
The game was, at that point, paused. So it was not...
It was not paused.
I had it paused.
It wasn't paused. I was watching it actively happen. It wouldn't have been a big deal if it was paused.
Everything's always a big deal, so... Anyway, we have 2 unwell beavers because the idiots went in the water while it was bad water.
Yeah, you need to high prioritize at least 2 of the medical beds before they get, like, actually sick. Do me a favor and prioritize lumber mill with haulers.
This one?
Yeah. Alright, and then we can get rid of a decent chunk of what we just did. But we're gonna have to, like, reshape some stuff to get it to funnel out the way that we want it to. So,
What do you want me to do?
So we can get rid of all of these that are in progress right here, except for the ones that are on this side.
Okay.
Including the one that's already built.
I did take out a couple that were already built, so...
Yeah, I just mean, like, this section over here also does not matter, as does the path that's going over now. Well, just leave that alone.
We'll leave the path so that way they have a way over to it.
Yeah, but then...
Which I am going to do this just to make sure they reach it.
And then what we're going to need to do is we're probably going to need to replace the floodgates that we already have with higher ones. We're going to need to get rid of the water pump that's sticking out into the section.
Yeah.
So unpause all of the other water pumps right now. That one we're going to demolish. Alright, so we need to make all of those, unpause all of these things right now.
I think I should unpause in order, just because I don't know if they'll get to that one without... Yeah, it even says it's too far, so let me...
Yeah, so we'll just path toward it, that's fine.
And then... Cool.
Yeah, so just unpause all of them except for the one right in front that would be blocking that one. So then they'll just go ahead and do those.
They should be able to reach it because it's around a corner.
Leave it paused for now, just in case.
They'll be able to reach these, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, which because they're just getting into the water to do... Oh, yeah, they're just getting into the water to do all of that. You might as well just unpause it.
Yeah.
Alright, so...
I'll leave this path just in case.
Yeah, so then what we're also going to need to do is on this side here, we're going to need to put levees so that it funnels correctly.
So, levee here and here?
Yeah, because what just... Well, yeah. And then further down, too. Because it's... What happened is we've got a, like, 4-wide river going into a 1 or 2 wide section at best.
Yeah, so right here...
So we're going to have to create, essentially... Yeah, not yet. Just place the other stuff ahead of time.
Yeah. Do we want to demolish these and replace them with the 2 high?
Yes. I don't understand why you're not placing things right now, though, because you've exited out. I want you to continue to place levees down this river.
All the way down?
Yes. Basically. We're sending a whole bunch of water during a bad tide into an area where there's not really anything to force it to go that direction. We're sending too much water into an area at once is what happened, which luckily the first bad tide only lasted like 1 day, but all of this stuff needs to be blocked off. Like, we need essentially a flood wall now.
Which this is gonna have to move.
Yeah. Which I would build a new one before you demolish that one.
Nope.
Just build it, like, a little bit to the left.
Yeah,
just right to the left.
And
then...
high prioritize that one, so that way this can be taken care of.
Open up some new houses. And then go check and see if they did the medical beds yet. They've got one open. See if somebody's in it.
That one's almost done. Nobody's in it. That one is.
Yeah, we've got still 2 contaminated beavers, so we're just gonna have to deal with them.
Yeah, well, in order to get.
Nope, that one about as bad as it possibly could.
Herbalist, we need 300 science and paper. For paper, we need.
I'm not worried about it. We're just gonna let them die.
It's gonna be a fucking bitch and a half. What?
Why did you breathe? That would be okay.
That's why you are all
so
exhausted.
yeah, now
Sorry
go
about
ahead. That. Now go ahead and demolish the floodgates and replace them with taller ones.
Well, hold on. Do we have the? We don't have the signs to do it.
Oh yeah,
yet.
we don't have the signs for it yet. Okay, so.
So when we have the signs for it, I'll do it.
Yeah. So we'll worry about that in a minute. Well, let's go see how the lake looks.
No different.
Not very different. Alright,
And also, yes, physics.
Oh, let's fix the wood storage situation. That should be accepting. Then go ahead and empty that one. So that they don't have to go as far. That was easy. Demolish it. There's no reason to have that one over there right now.
Yeah, not until we get to... Well, honestly, even when we're doing this, I don't think we'll need it.
Yeah, not worried about it.
Hey, that one's done.
Sick.
Cool, so we'll just...
Demolish it.
Because then they are there, and then we'll demolish you. Yes.
And then go ahead and...
Put in the levees. And then the path I am going to have to edit as well. Which will literally just have to be like...
that, and then you can go ahead and demolish.
Demolish this bit of path. So that way we can put in levees.
And that should, in theory, fix it.
Hopefully. They've finished that.
Yeah, go ahead
but
and raise
I want to leave this here so that way they can get to the levees when the time comes. We have an injured beaver. Okay,
Not anymore. No. Go ahead and raise the priority of the other levies that are right there, or they're gonna do other stuff first. Alright. That should solve the
We're
problem.
almost at 250 science. So when we're there, I can do the thing.
Yeah, which I'm not as worried about those right this second as I am about that.
Yeah.
Which we're also down a water pump. Is that affecting anything? Not really.
No.
Yeah,
Nah.
so that doesn't seem to matter, at least.
If it comes down to it, we can always get a new one to put, like, fucking... Literally, we can put it right here.
Yeah, so...
Right here, and it connects to the path.
Yeah, which I don't want to put it there because I want that to
right
kind of
now,
be the industrial district over there.
We don't need to right now anyway, so...
Construction lacks materials, don't worry. I am aware.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it, we've gone a none. Okay, we need more trees. So, now might be the time where we have to replace the
we're going to pause that because we don't need planks for the levees.
Stop making those.
Yeah, and they've made 33 fucking planks.
Which is why we have no wood.
Yeah,
Anyway,
but they just took the wood that was in here, the 13.
If you'll listen to me,
so.
Would you go ahead and unselect these three rows of those? And then when they're done with that, we're going to turn those into the bigger trees.
These ones here?
Yep, do it fast.
What are we turning those into?
We're going to turn those into oak. Which I would just...
Wait.
Yeah, there's no point in it right now.
Well, at least oaks are growing right now, so we are getting wood.
Still got 2 contaminated beavers.
They haven't died yet.
Yeah, thanks. Well, honestly, it would be better if they get out of the way at this point because it's...
Oh, we've hit the amount of science. I'm gonna do the thing.
Cool. Go ahead and unlock the other ones for... yeah, whatever.
And then landscaping, double floodgate. Yes.
Yeah, so we'll let them get, we should also probably highest prioritize the double floodgate and then lower the priority of that area by just 1, yeah. That way they'll focus on the floodgates first.
Yeah.
Make sure they're set to 0. The floodgates. Yeah.
They are
That's
now.
why.
They are now.
And then once we build those, we can demolish that path and put in the new levee there.
Yeah. God, that was fucking terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, all of our trees survived, so...
And then do me a favor and check into the range of the tree where he can plant. Alright, let's fill up this excess space right here.
Right in here?
Don't take it all the way down to the river. Leave it level with the edge of the crop bed there.
Okay.
Yeah, and then do oak, I believe is the... Yep.
Just like that?
Yep. That way we'll have even more. Check if those lumberjacks can get to that. They can.
They
cool.
can, and they can.
Perfect.
We'll need to mark the area to be cut, though.
Yeah. Forgot about that.
I didn't.
Alright, so we are producing wood now. They're just using it faster than we can really do anything about it.
Oh yeah, they have been, like, basically the entire time. Which, luckily, we do have... Like, they were also picking up resources from the stuff that they demolished as well. So
yeah, so we were able
helping.
to rebuild a decent chunk of it.
Yeah, that helped a lot.
Well, now we've tested it.
Yeah.
And it went bad.
It went terribly.
Double check that they can... Yeah, they can...
Ow. They can get to that one because they have been getting to this one.
Yeah, so that's fine. Go ahead and repath river access right there.
Right here?
Yeah.
I don't see the point in having 2 paths right there.
Yeah. Yeah, no, now that it's not contaminated water.
Yeah.
Looking at those 2 beavers, whoever you are.
And now that is done.
Perfect. Already set to 0.
Which means we can just...
Good
I'm going to go ahead and demolish this. Right, so that way they'll pick up the goods. You know?
Looks like they might have already picked some up. Damn, is it gone already?
Damn!
These guys work fast.
Fuck! When they are actually doing shit, they work fucking fast.
Then raise the priority of that.
Okay, do we want to up these?
Yeah, I was gonna say go ahead and up the priority of those. That's fine, you can... The stair is paused, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Okay.
While they're building all of this...
Jeez.
God. And thankfully they're being smart about it. Holy shit. They're building this corner one before they build this one.
Oh, okay. They got
And oh my god, they got the AI got smarter.
Yay.
Woo! It used to be that they would have built they wouldn't have built this one until
They would have
after
just
they
built
built
them in
this
the
one.
closest to them order, so...
Yeah, it would have been all bad. Thank God the AI has gotten smarter.
Agreed.
Hey, look at that. They even started this one before they started these three. They've done good work with the AI.
Yeah, a lot of games wouldn't have fixed it.
You're right.
Alright, go ahead and start selecting for oak there. I mean, at least the corruption's gone from around the edge of our little pond down there. I just noticed there's hella trees in there.
Oh yeah, hella dead pine trees. There's some hella dead birch up in here.
I wish we could
dead oak
I wish we
here.
could take down the pine trees underwater. You know?
These ones?
Yeah.
We might be able to whenever we've got.
It doesn't work. I've tried it.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I've done it before.
Okay, well, it didn't work the time that I tried it.
We'll figure it out later. What do we want to do about these? Do you want to just not care for now?
Yeah, we'd have to... You can select them to be demolished, but I don't think it matters right now.
Okay.
We've got 6 unemployed beavers. Well, at least it's just a drought this time.
Thank God for just a drought.
So we've got 6 unemployed beavers. Throw them somewhere. Do we have all building positions are full? Alright.
Every workplace is full right now.
That's fine. I'd rather just have random extra beavers than...
Yeah.
That works just fine for me.
Yep. That's perfectly fine.
Man, these guys do take their sweet time about it.
Right. God damn.
I don't know why they won't build that one that's right there. Is it not high enough priority?
It's the same priority as everything else.
They've got whatever order they're doing it in, I guess.
Which, look at the way they did this.
Finally, the AI.
The AI has gotten smarter!
Because there really was a point where they would have built themselves into a corner. I mean, fuck, we've had beavers build things and end up stranded.
I can't wait till we get this.
I still don't know what the hell that actually does.
I don't know. It just says, all earthwork cultivator within 40 tiles distributes tree seeds across the earth. When launched, makes the beavers in the area extra happy. So I assume, this is just an assumption, that it plants trees in all of that area.
Probably wherever there's not already something.
Yeah.
Hopefully wherever there's not, because that would be obnoxious as hell if it just plants trees on everything.
Right here would be a good place for it, I think. We're not going to build it right now, obviously. We don't have 20,000 fucking science. But eventually.
We don't have 20,000 of any of the things we need for that.
Yeah.
Whenever we have 1,000,
This'll be
we'll do
first.
the farmer's monument, for sure.
This will be first.
That could go, like, right there.
Yeah. Unless the
That'll
tapper...
get almost all the beavers.
It will get all the beavers.
Oh, no, but we do need to put the tapper's shack there, so that'll just have to... We'll figure it out when we get there.
Ooh.
Yeah,
that'll cover
that
all
hits
of the
everything.
beavers. Like, right here would also hit all of the beavers, because they have to come this way to get out.
What does F do?
F?
Yeah. Nothing. Okay. Maybe... I think it mirrors. Go put it out in a field
Oh,
somewhere.
there it is. I was hitting the wrong button.
What did it do?
So,
Okay,
like,
it just made it the other way.
Yeah,
Okay.
it just flips them.
Cool.
But, like, right here, we'll hit all of the beavers. So we'll put it right there whenever we get there.
Yeah, when we get there.
We'll get there when we get there.
One of the contaminated beavers died, so that means we've only got one more. Because the problem with the contaminated beavers is they're still taking up a job slot.
Yeah.
They're just not doing anything.
Where the hell is the tapper shack?
Route.
Alright. Pause you, pause you, pause you, pause you.
That should be it. And the tapper shack is... I don't remember. Try under food? Yeah, nope. Try under wood.
I don't think so, because that's gears, and then paper, and then printing, and then... Oh, okay, there's the tappers.
And then the tapper shack.
I'm just dumb. It's fine.
So yeah, that's a 2x2, so the monument can't go there anyway.
I mean, we could always put the tapper shack, like, here.
Yeah,
which... It's part of the industrial-ish area.
We may well, but that's... What I mean by the industrial area is buildings that require power.
Fair.
Because we've got it set up there.
So we'll put it there. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and plant some more oak trees. Five left. They're doing a good job with this, I think. I love that the AI has actually gotten fucking smart about that. Holy crap.
Oh, and then what we should do is sometime during the next wet season, we should do a test run of whether or not it'll overflow.
Yeah. Next wet season.
Yeah. Which we've got the trees starting to regrow now, so that'll be some more logs to go toward everything that we're doing with them.
Four left. Oh. And boop. Oops. No. No. Okay.
Alright, you gotta talk to people for a minute. I'll be right back.
Oh, no, not me. Okay. Well,
You need the practice anyway.
I guess I do.
Ramble about something. Pick a topic.
Politics. I'm kidding.
No,
I'm
don't do
kidding.
that.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I
I'm
know
kidding.
you're
Though our existence is political anyway.
What did you say?
I said though our existence is political anyway.
Don't say that.
Anyway, let's see. So I planted that oak tree. We're just gonna wait for those two pines to grow up so we can plant more. Waiting on all of these. Oy vey. This was a mess and a half. Alright. Okay. So we'll see what happens whenever we've got water again for everything else. Hopefully good things. Good things would be very nice. I like it when it's good things. Please, for the love of God, be good things. Okay. So, let's see. We've got to deal with all of this. Well, we're still planting trees, still cutting trees, still doing good on wood production, I think. People really like to eat the sunflower seeds, apparently. Okay, cool. I'm gonna unpause this because we've got some vacant workers, and why not? Get some more berries going. What are you again? Lumberjack flag? We don't need... Do we need this one? I don't think we need this one. I think we can delete that one. I'll wait for him to come back, though. I don't think we need that Honestly, we could probably get rid of that entire path, but I'm gonna leave it for now because I feel like we can actually do something up here with these. Ooh. Ooh. That would actually be really good. We could put a tapper shack. I mean, we don't even have to do anything. We can leave these here. Because they're all pine trees anyway. And tapper shack, like here? I want to say? Where is it? Right here. Tapper shack, like right here? Yeah. Literally just tapper shack right there. And get to all of those trees. I'll show him when he gets back. See what he has to say about it. I'm gonna start planning for the new houses that we're gonna need, because we are gonna need some more houses. I'm gonna pause so that I can put these in, and then pause them without them doing anything, and then unpause. Now that you're back, I had an idea that I was talking to the stream about a little bit.
Okay.
So look at all these pine trees that are here that are ready to go with sap and shit, right? So we could literally put a tapper shack here. It covers all of those trees, right? And then we don't have to stop these from being cut. We can keep those from being cut and just use those.
Yeah, which that works. I don't think that we should worry about it right this second, just because.
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna do it right now. Obviously, we don't have the science for it. But I figured
we also just don't have any need of it
yet. But I figure, get things kind of set up.
Set it up.
And then I'm actually gonna streamline this path a little bit because I don't think we need the rest of it anyway. Honestly. Like, do we get rid of this path or do we keep it?
Go ahead and delete it. It's not like the paths cost anything.
Yeah. We'll just.
Alright, so we're still in the drought. We've got
still in drought.
151 water. We're gonna have to
This
increase the amount of water we have. We're gonna have to increase our water storage next.
Yeah. Which
might
be a good idea too.
Well, we don't have the stuff required for that, but we could get the gear workshop up and running.
Yeah, which will be here, and we have the science for it. We can do it now.
Yeah, might as well. See if it'll
connect it pathwise there.
Yeah, all right.
Figure that's because then it's connected and getting powered.
Yeah.
Which we will need to unpause this. We will need to have them build this.
Yeah, just maybe not right now.
Okay.
Because we are kind of in the middle of other things.
Yeah. I mean, we're not really freaking out about anything else at the moment, so there's at least that to be said.
Yeah, we're just also, because we're in the middle of such large building projects right now, I don't think it would be a good idea to open up, because it takes 50 logs, 50, to make that thing.
Really?
Yeah, look at it.
Jesus. Maybe I should pause this. Oops. Oh well, it's fine. It's fine. They only put the planks that we had towards it, so it's not like we lost anything in regards to that. Do we want to... What does this take? More planks. So it'll stay paused for now.
Yeah, we'll wait on that for a minute until we've got this whole thing sorted out, which hopefully they'll be able to do that by the start of next wet season so that we can test it.
Yeah. I was very careful with that.
I was like, that better go the way you're expecting it to.
If it had not gone the way I would have expected it to, I would have literally just, fucking hit the escape button, gone for load, and quick save into the last auto save that it did, and then left it alone.
Right, but yeah, no, so we're just waiting on the last couple of those, which is good.
We're down to 60 water, Jesus.
Yeah, that's going to be a bit of an issue. But if we have to start back up water production tomorrow, that should be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and start back up water production.
Unpause, y'all. Boop. There we go. Thankfully, we have a decent chunk of water here.
Yeah, which that is the point.
Yeah. Granted, this water isn't connected to this water because of the dam, but, you know, whatever.
Yeah, good enough.
Honestly, we could get rid of these dams.
Yeah. I don't think we need to. It's a good bridge across.
We also have this bridge that goes across right now. But,
Well, I mean, look at it. It doesn't connect.
yeah, but it would be easy enough to just stairs up right here. Like, literally just right there.
You'd have to cut down that tree.
And that tree that just popped up.
Spawned.
Which...
So I guess the forest grows.
I'm not complaining about the forest growing.
Neither am I.
That's a good thing.
So yeah, just...
Yeah,
We'll
leave it for now. Could always platform it. But
we could.
we'll leave it for now.
Again, it's... Why make things more complicated when you could have an easy solution?
Yeah. Look at this. They're almost done with this. I think I know what they're doing. Building them in order of like when they were planted down, because of the fact that they were all at the same priority.
I think to a degree they're doing it.
Yeah, because I put these down before I put this one.
Which they're very nearly done with that, so that's good.
Yeah.
There are 7 jobless beavers. Hell yeah.
That's full up. Those are going. That's full up. That's
Solix.
full up. What?
Solix.
Oh my god, Solix. I'm stuck. That's
Nearly.
full up. That's full up. That's full up. That's full up. I literally have... I started up a gatherer flag because I said, fuck it, why not?
Yeah, I might as well put somebody somewhere.
Yeah. Building needs water, so our Lido deck is now a little bit low. But that's fine, it'll fix itself.
Yeah, it'll fix
tomorrow.
itself tomorrow.
But yeah. Yeah. Now we wait. Now we wait. Do we want to keep this lumberjack flag?
There's no reason for it.
I figure we could
Yeah.
put
That
something
shouldn't
else
even
in that
leave
spot.
anything.
Yeah, I didn't.
So we've only got 4 more of those left, and then we can do the test run, which is good. We should have done a test run in the first place. I just expected it to work.
Yeah, we both expected it to work, and then it didn't. Because why wouldn't it? Why would it?
Yeah, that would be too easy.
Alright, here we go. Here it comes. Here it comes. Let there be water.
Let there be green.
The water's coming.
Give the water a minute. It'll get there.
There it goes. Let there be water. God, we still have one contaminated beaver that just hasn't fucking died yet.
Well, they don't die from the contamination. They just wander around and be sick. He'll die of old age.
I know. I'm just saying, like, we still have one, and he hasn't fucking died yet.
Yep.
Physics.
Physics.
Alrighty.
Watch it run out of water, like, as the water gets to it. Let the water refill
might.
everything first, but that'd be funny. Because it won't do any real harm.
Yeah. It's not going to. We're not going to run out.
There it goes. Too late.
I get to watch it.
Oh, it is
fill
dry.
up.
It's dry right under the the
Yeah,
pumps.
it was. Just right under.
So it was going to dry out today.
Yep, it was. But we're good.
Alright. So
We timed
once
it well.
Once it starts really getting a good flow going, we'll test out I mean, honestly, we could test it out right now. I don't see how it would matter.
Okay. And now the water's starting to flow this way. I wanna wait until it starts coming out this end and then do it.
Okay.
That way we know that like it's going. Okay, now we can. So I'm gonna pause,
Yeah.
lower that, raise that all the way up, and go.
Turn around so we can see what it's doing. Because that's fine.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, just let it go both ways. That's fine. It'll
We'll just let it go
faster.
Yeah.
Maybe raise the priority.
It's
already all the way
yeah.
up. Get it done.
And nothing else is on the same priority level. Everything else is paused even. Come on. It's nighttime right now, so.
But yeah, like now I don't expect, but like really?
I'm just gonna go ahead for now.
I don't think it matters.
What the? It's flooding all of a sudden.
Yeah.
It should not have.
I think it's doing its waves physics thing.
Physics in this game are garbage sometimes.
Right.
And done.
I think we should probably try lowering it in increments when we do lower it.
Yeah. Alright. It is going.
Gotta give it a minute just to make sure it's gonna do what it needs to do. Yeah, because it's definitely, like, slowly increasing over time, but, like...
I don't think it's going to increase much past this, if at all. Because
yeah,
it is flowing fairly fast, because over here is very quick drop-off right there before it even gets to the edge of the map.
Well, yeah, just think about the rest of it on the way there.
Yeah. It seems to be doing good.
Yeah, so, okay, we're not worried about that. Lower that down to, like, 0.75.
0.75.
So that it doesn't surge too badly.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and unpause our planks, and our gear workshop, and our Lido. And the water's flowing this way, so I think we can lower this the rest of the way now. Actually, I think we should probably raise this up first.
Give it a minute, because it did the waves last time because we were doing things too dramatically. So, like, give it a minute. Yes, it's overtopped and it's going in the directions that we want it to go in, but, like, it might need a minute.
Okay. The bad water only just now started to overflow from this, too. So I think if we had, if it had just been going the way it needed to go.
Lower it a little bit now. Maybe to like 0.6 would be good. Because it's what I'm trying to do is avoid the water physics glitch where it does the waves.
Yeah. Problem is, the lower we make this without raising this, the lower our water level in here. And the lower our water level in here, the bad.
So raise that one to 50 then. 0.5. Good click.
I am a god. Hey look, beach time.
Alright. Go ahead and raise it a little bit further.
This one?
Yeah.
I'll match it.
Yeah, I was gonna say make them even.
Yeah, there you go.
Alright, Alright, you could probably lower the other one all the way now. I don't think it's gonna cause problems. Especially if we don't just slam it all the way down at once.
Yeah. Which it doesn't seem to be. I want to raise this just a little bit.
No, yeah, I'm thinking to 0.8 now.
I was going to go to 0.7 first.
Well, let's start them toward damming off the other bad water source.
Yeah. Start them again.
Again. Now that the disaster is averted.
Yeah, now that we've averted a disaster.
And there they go. Oh man, that is going to take a long ass time. Let's put another wood pile over there.
Yeah.
Like maybe right near where they're building right now. And then prioritize it with haulers and everything. It's not built yet, so, but wood.
Log.
Oh, and then we're also going to need planks, so we'll start a plank storage over there too.
Yeah, for the platforms, huh?
Yeah, so let's just put the plank storage right next to where the platforms are going to be. Alrighty.
And then, because by setting it to supply goods to other warehouses, it will still take in goods. It's just like if there's other warehouses, it'll take things from it over to it for as a primary thing.
That works.
I think we can raise that to 0.8 now. Which still flowing that way, so
Yeah,
I guess
I'm surprised it is. Raise it to 0.9. As long as we don't get the wave thing, it's fine. Okay, now that's building. Let's see how this goes. It was working fine 10 minutes ago, so it should still be working.
Okay. We're good. We Gucci. We all Gucci now. Which means I can
Just go ahead
boop.
and, yep.
We are good to go as that water dries up and goes away. Alright. Ah, yes. Physics.
That one's built now, so go ahead and prioritize building with haulers, most likely. And then that way the builders have easy access.
You.
Or at least faster than it could have been. Making fast progress.
Yeah. Here he comes with more. Bloop. Where are you taking that?
Probably to a different build site in here somewhere.
There's nothing else to be built over here.
He's taking it where he's taking it, I guess.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, which we do need planks right now. Pause the gear workshop, though. We do not need gears right this second. Although we could probably start...
Okay. Sick.
We didn't path over it. That's what the problem is.
I don't know how we didn't. Because, like, we had the...
We pathed over everything else.
No, like, it should have been pathed over, because we were testing it all the way up to here, remember?
Yeah, we were doing that back when it wasn't... We just replaced it with levees.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We're just dumb. It's fine.
Prioritize that building with haulers as well.
Boop. I want to pause this, I think.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because I don't want them building that yet.
Yeah, and they will definitely build that first if given the opportunity.
Granted, it wouldn't be a bad thing to have a shit ton of water, which we will need to dam this up as well, but...
Ah, god damn it. There's always something.
Yeah, which needs to be level with this, so we can literally just...
Yeah, just go ahead and set the...
right there.
Nice.
And right... No.
Yeah, it needs to be one higher. So, like that, and then we need to put dams on top of that, but that's still way less materials than the other stuff.
And then...
It doesn't need to be level with that top, it needed to be level with one down from where the top is.
Yeah, I see that.
Might want to pause that staircase once you place it.
Oh, that's the plan.
Just because we've got other shit we want them to do first. But
Don't need you to build that yet.
yeah, give that a minute.
Things are going smoothly.
Oh, is the lumber mill prioritized with haulers?
Yes.
Okay.
Trust me, I did that already. Surprised water's only barely going that way.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, eventually this whole thing will just be one big lake anyway, so...
Yeah. Our Lido decks are both done. We have 9 unemployed beavers. And one of them is still contaminated.
Yep.
He's 39. Look at him. He looks fucking insane.
I swear to God, it's
Crazy.
always one called that.
Right?
E-blocks. Or
Right.
however I say that.
Anyway, I started setting up housing. The future housing. So I'm going to go ahead and... boop. And then I'm thinking... boop. Boop. Right?
Yeah.
No, that's not going to work, because I can't put stairs over stairs, can I?
Nope.
Damn it.
Well, we should be able to put a double platform there.
Well, I can do that. Right.
Or that, yeah.
To have them do double platform. Like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's triple platforms.
Oh, oops. Well,
Gonna need them anyway.
yeah, might as well.
We're going to need them eventually.
Go ahead and path.
And then we'll just let them build that. for
Yeah,
now.
whenever they feel like it. Maybe go
The houses are
raise
paused,
the
though.
priority of the stuff that we're doing over there, though. Don't need that pathway going that way yet. Just need the stairs. And then that dam at least. There we go.
Alrighty. Yeah, because this one's not as important yet. Yet is, of course, the keyword. Alright. And they'll just build this shit as they get around to it. Except for the houses, because I've got the houses paused. For a reason.
You know, I'd say we're in the direction.
We're doing alright.
We did not accomplish today's goal.
No, we did not. But we
Had a
got
disaster in there. Oh well.
We got somewhere with it. You know.
We got close.
We got close.
Anyway.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got them building this right here.
And we're nearly done. We're nearly to the point where it should only be fresh water in that lake, and then we'll actually start damming the whole thing up.
Yep. We'll
At
probably
some
get there
point
next
here.
episode. We'll probably get there tomorrow.
Probably.
All right.
Well, anyway,
Yeah.
that'll about do it for the episode today.
Have a wonderful day, you guys.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.